I came to Pittsburgh in 1988 and was introduced to World Vision, and that's when I met Dick Johnson. Well, when I think of Dick Johnson, I think of the conversation that Jesus had with his disciples. And Jesus' description of what a disciple is, he's basically giving three character qualities. The character quality of self-denial, self-sacrifice, and self-submission. That describes Dick Johnson.
He's been such a great mentor to me, and I just felt a connection immediately with him and his family. They welcomed me in with open arms and showed me Christ's love and helped me through all the ups and downs of life, and especially with a lot of challenges that we faced together with illnesses and, you know, just family dynamics. But he is such a great leader and spiritual guide. We encouraged each other. We would have devotions every day. We would pray, and then we would, on the lighter side, I would try to have a joke for him to make him laugh each day. It's been 28 years, I think, since I've known Mr. Johnson and his family, and they've always had a special place in my heart, and they always will. Thank you, Mr. J.
When we first met back in 2000, getting ready for the World Vision trip to Rwanda with you and Jackie, it didn't take me long to realize the one thing we had in common, and that was that we both married up. And as we went through that trip, it was a life-changing experience for me. And when it came later that I had the opportunity to work for World Vision, that was another life-changing experience. So whatever you did, if you told them to hire me for World Vision, I appreciate it. If you told them not to, I'm glad they didn't listen to you. You guys need to come back to Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh needs you, the party needs you, and the Pirates need you, especially Jackie. So I just want to say that Nanette and I miss you both. Take care.
Hi, Dad. So we're here at the Edgeworth Club of great memories. Growing up, I found my passion, as you would like to call it, for tennis and paddle, and am still doing that today. So thanks to your persistence in keeping me out there and sticking with me even when I was terrible. But I think that is just a true character trait of you, is your hard work that you've instilled in all of us. Sticking with things when they're not always easy, not taking the easy way out, finding a way to make situations that aren't so good better. And I think one of the things that to me was most important doing something in like the ministry side of work was that you were always real. It wasn't like we had this fake pretend family that was perfect all the time. We didn't. We have all had our ups and downs. You stuck by us, got us through, and to the people that we are today, and you were always proud of us no matter what. So I think that to me, real is a huge word that I would use when describing you.
He has influenced not only my personal life, but my entire family. He really changed the whole course of my career, because at that time I really wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do the rest of my life, and I had no inkling on ministry or really getting involved with helping. So when he came down and we started to work with them and see the change that it was making, and see volunteers come in and be excited about helping, and Dick and Wendy came down, and Stephanie, way back in that early stage, and just got to know them and see the passion he had for that, and I really caught on fire about wanting to do that as well. So in '99 I started working for Dick Johnson and World Vision as an employee, and just had the tremendous experience of working alongside of him and with him, and he was just a great supporter, a mentor, and really a hero of mine since the first time I met him.
My first introduction to Dick Johnson was through his daughter Wendy, and that was 24 years ago. And I didn't realize, after talking 2 hours with Dick that it was a job interview, and to my surprise, I just felt like this was the perfect place to work, and was so enamored by his passion and his vision, and just really knew that this is where I belonged. All the great things that I have had the chance to be a part of through these years at World Vision with Dick. Like, we had a big celebration for volunteers, and we let Dick cook the hot dogs and hamburgers. Probably would let him do that again, but you know, things that we just did as a team and as a family. I have so many wonderful heartfelt memories that I will just always cherish as my time here and my career here, and it's thanks to him.
So as my career was going on and I was taking classes, I would see him once in a while. He's like, hey, check out this paper, or can you do some research for me? Based on that, we started talking more and more. So as I was studying in Australia, I worked for World Vision International, but at the same time World Vision Australia. Came back, Mr. J's like, you're working for me now. Every step, he was there for me. Anything I needed or any advice, I would always call him or text him. Even now, other than having my dad, he was a really good, like, another father figure to have in my life.
Hi, Dad. Congratulations on your award. When I think back to World Vision, two things come to mind. First, when you told me that you're going to leave working your business job to go work at World Vision, and how we were super impressed that you left a job that you've been comfortable and doing very well at to go try to help make the community and the world a better place. The second thing I think about is when you and Wendy spent all that time getting that warehouse open, and what a big deal that was for you and for Wendy and for World Vision. And then the last thing I think about is work ethic, and what a great work ethic you had and how you tried to pass that along to us. Some of the part I don't like as much is the Saturday morning rule. When we were growing up, Wendy and I had to get up, and before we left the house Saturday, we had to weed, mow the lawn, and wash both cars. I don't think Jessica remembers this because I don't think she had to do it, but that did teach us a good work ethic, and we love you and we're proud of you, and congratulations.
One of the important things that I remember was that you like Oswald Chambers, and Oswald Chambers, you know, was somebody you particularly enjoyed, and I think you transferred that enjoyment over to me. And one of the things that Oswald tends to say through a lot of his devotionals is that we live in the valleys, that we have the mountaintop experiences, but we tend to live day to day in the valleys. And it just impacted me that's who you were. Not perfect, but pretty good on just being a follower of Jesus Christ and loving Him. Just a really quick memory that I had, you know, I was at World Vision for about 13 years. Soon after I started here, we had some corporate clients in here, and we were going to have a little meeting with them and show them the warehouse. And you were leading the meeting, Dick, and the first thing you asked for was, you know, can you say a word of prayer? Can you ask God's blessing on our time together? And these were just regular corporate clients that were in here. Simple thing, but it impressed me that the day-to-day you were going to live out your faith, and you were going to live it whether you were in a Christian environment or whether you were in a corporate environment. And from day one, I was very impressed with that, and I continue to be impressed with it.
Looking back, I think my grandfather has been one of the most influential people in my life. He was a huge hand in raising me, and I definitely didn't know it quite as much when I was a teenager, but as I get older, I see the lessons that he's taught me. And one of the things that I think was the most important that he told me, or he has taught me, is the way that he started World Vision with my mother, and he used the gifts and the skills that he had that to do the best he could for the most people. My grandfather has always been just the symbol of respect for me. And I remember even from being a little kid, spending time at World Vision and volunteering there, that meeting people from all around the world who his actions and his gifts were inspiring and motivating. He's given his entire life to serving and supporting all of the people around him.
I was in Rwanda, and Dick had told me that I might meet someone that he had some contact with previously, though, and if I happened to run across this gentleman, to mention his name. And we sat down and had a meeting, and when we got up from the meeting, I put out my hand to shake his hand, and he shook my hand, and then he gave me a big hug. And I was like sort of taken aback because I didn't know him very well. And he just looked at me and he said, "The hug was for Dick." And he said, "I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense." And I said, "Oh no, it makes sense." I don't think I've ever met somebody who I respected at such a high level, who was so willing to tell you, "We're broken, me too. I'm not up here, I'm here. We're all here." I'd watch over and over and over while he met people from other countries, or met people that were high-ranking business officials, or anybody who's, you would think in a really struggling situation, and he treats them all the same, and he just shows you the way you should do it.
So as you can see, we're shooting this little video in front of our home at 604 Maple Lane, where we raised our children. And I know tonight that we're here to celebrate your great work all over the world serving others, but I also want to celebrate your commitment to your children, your grandchildren. You've always made sharing Christ with them of prime importance, and for that I'm so grateful. You've walked with them in difficult times and in great times, and I know they appreciate that. So Dick, I just really want to thank you for your leadership and our family, for your steadfastness to the Word of God, and I believe one day you're going to hear those words, "Well done, good and faithful servant."
Dick, we all want to congratulate you on this very meaningful award. You certainly deserve it. But those who love you deeply and know you dearly are more inclined to say thank you. Thank you for the man that you are and the person that you've helped us become. We are grateful. God bless you, buddy.